Hey there, let's continue our Google Ads course. Right now I'm inside Google Tag Manager. Today we're going to set up variables and triggers. Here's our container that we created in the previous lesson. I click on it and immediately go to the variables section. Here we click configure. You can see that some variables already have check marks next to them, which means they're already enabled. Here they are, 5 variables that the system enabled automatically. We could enable absolutely all of them. It really doesn't matter. Even if later you realize that you need something else, you can always come back here and simply enable additional variables. To make it clear what this is and how it works, I'm going to remove the ones we won't be using. From the list I'll leave only page URL, scrolling down. Here next to click URL, I enable the checkbox. That's it. I click anywhere outside. The variables are set up. These are the ones we'll be using, and based on them, you'll understand how everything works. A variable is basically a block that can store different values. That's why they're called variables. For example, X or Y. Today it has one value, tomorrow a different one, half a second later another one, and so on. But for now, don't overthink it. Now let's move to the triggers section. What is a trigger? A trigger is a specific event that launches a chain of other events. In our case, tags. For example, when a certain trigger fires, let's say a click on a button on the website that we defined as a goal. It launches a chain of events that eventually gets sent to Google Ads as a conversion. Let's look at a real example right away. I click New to create a new trigger and then open our website. I want to click on the phone number to count as a conversion. The question is why? What kind of conversion is that if it's just a click on a phone number? The thing is, a mouse click and a tap on a smartphone are the same thing. They're both considered a click. Most of the traffic is mobile. When someone clicks on a phone number, that number automatically opens in the phone's call menu. All the person has to do is press the green call button. Sometimes the call even starts automatically, but the person can still cancel it. Will they actually call or not? We don't know. Yes, you can connect call tracking to count only real calls, but we're moving from simple to more advanced setups. In any case, the first step of the conversion has already happened. These are the hottest leads. People who call directly instead of leaving a form and waiting for a callback. This is not just a button. There's a link underneath it. If we right-click, we can copy that link. What kind of link it is? I'll show you in a moment. We copy the link address and go back to Google Tag Manager. Trigger name, click on phone number or phone number click. It doesn't really matter. Name it in a way that makes sense to you later. Now we click Trigger Configuration. We select just links, because this is a click specifically on a link. Then we switch to some link clicks, because we don't need clicks on all links on the website. In this field we select Click URL. Pay attention here. You're seeing exactly the variables we enabled earlier. If we had enabled everything, this list would be a mess. I click on Click URL. In the condition contains, I don't change anything. I paste the link that I copied from the phone number button on the site. Remember this, tel : and then the phone number. This is a link without HTTP or slashes. This type of link opens the phone number directly on a mobile device. Now let me explain why we chose contains instead of equals. I remove the phone number and leave only tel. Why? If you have multiple phone numbers, you could track each one separately. But if the phone number changes and the webmaster updates it on the site, your conversion will simply stop working. You'll start wondering why conversions disappeared, and the reason will be just one changed digit. That's why we leave only tel. These links are used exclusively for phone numbers. All clicks on such links will count as the conversion we're setting up. We click Save. The trigger is ready. Now look at the changes counter. It shows 6 changes. This means the changes are not published yet. We're not writing code manually, but the system is generating it for us. This code hasn't been published to the website yet. To publish it, we'll need to click Submit, but we'll do that later. Now let's create another trigger, a lead form submission. Here's our form. Here's the Book Now button. You could use a link click, text click, element click, classes and so on. But there's a problem. A click on the button doesn't guarantee that the form was actually submitted. The person could enter garbage data. The form won't submit, but the click would still count. We need a more reliable option. The best option is a thank you page. When a person submits the form, they land on a page that cannot be accessed directly from the website. There are no links to it. If someone landed on that hidden page, it means the form was submitted. This page is closed from indexing and is accessible only after the form submission. I'll fill out the form with some random data. You can choose a visit date and time, add a comment, but these fields are not required. I click Book Now, and here we go. This is the exact page I was talking about. We copy the URL of the thank you page. We go back to GTM and click New. I name it Thank You Page. You can name it anything, but I recommend this. I click Trigger Configuration. We select Page View, then switch to some page views. Here we select Page URL. We keep the contains condition. We paste the page address. Since we're using contains instead of equals, we can safely remove unnecessary parts and leave just /thank you. If the webmaster starts playing around with subdomains or duplicates, everything will still work correctly. We click Save. The triggers are set up. In the next lesson, we'll move on to tags. This video is part of a free Google Ads course. If you randomly came across this video, I recommend starting from the very beginning. Write all your questions in the comments under the video. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one. Think bigger and make money.